Hello friends, in the last lecture we had seen equations pertaining to slope-intercept form of the straight lines, point slope form and 2-point form. So in this lecture we are going to cover problems related to these three forms of the straight line. So before going to the problems, I'd first like to introduce the same equations which we had derived last time. So first one was slope-intercept form. This straight line, and the equation for the same was y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope of the line and c represents the y-intercept of the line. Second one was point slope form, and the equation for the same was y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. Now this is the line, this is the equation of the line which passes through point coordinates x1, y1, and the slope of the line is m. The third form which we saw was 2-point form. The equation of the line for the 2-point form was y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 of x minus x1, where y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 represent the slope of the line. So these were the three equations which we saw last time, and based upon these three equations we are going to have certain problems in today's lecture. So the first problem, which is we need to find the equation of the line which cuts off the intercept of 5 units on negative y-axis and makes an angle of 120 degree with positive direction of x-axis. The question goes, we need to find the equation of the line which cuts off an intercept of 5 units on negative y-axis and makes an angle of 120 degree with positive direction of x-axis. So in this problem we are provided that the line makes an angle of 120 degree with positive direction of x-axis. Hence the slope of the line, that is m, is equal to 10 of 120. Now in this question we are provided the angle which the line makes with the positive direction of x-axis and the intercept which this line makes, and the intercept of 5 units with the negative y-axis. So we came to a conclusion that over here the equation of the line which would be of use is this slope intercept form. Since we have provided the angle which the line makes, hence we can find out the slope from this angle, and we are already provided the value of c, that is 5 units, which makes on the negative y-axis. Now the slope formula to find out when the angle is given is equal to 10 of 120. Now the value of 10 120 can be addressed like 90 plus 30 makes my 120 degree. Now 10 90 plus 30 is equal to minus of cot 30 degree, as we know the formula that 10 90 degree plus theta is equal to minus of cot theta. Over here the value of theta is 30 degree, so we had substituted theta as 30 in this expression. We'll get 10 90 plus 30 as minus cot 30. Now cot 30's value is root 3. So the slope of the line becomes minus of root 3. Now we are provided that a line makes a 5 units of intercept with negative y-axis. Hence we'll get the value of c as c equal to minus 5. I'll substitute the value of my slope and my y-intercept in my equation, y is equal to mx plus c. Over here, c's value is minus 5 and slope of the line is minus root 3. So I'll put the same over here, m as minus root 3 of x plus c as minus 5. So I'll get y is equal to minus of root 3x minus of 5. Now I'll take the equation on one side of the equal to sign and I'll get root 3x plus y plus 5 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the line which I was required to find out. So moving on to the next question. Next question says, find the equation of the line. Find the equation of the line which cuts off an intercept of length 3 on y-axis, which cuts off an intercept of 3 unit length on y-axis and is parallel to the line joining the points 3 and minus 2 as a coordinate and x coordinate as 1 and y coordinate as 4. So here's the question. Find the equation of the line which cuts off an intercept of 3 unit length on y-axis and is parallel to the line joining, beg your pardon, it should be the line joining the points 3, minus 2 and 1, 4. Now we are provided the coordinates of the line, of the coordinates of a line through which the line should be parallel. So slope of the line joining these two coordinates, slope of the line joining the points A, let's say A as 3, minus 2 and B as 1, 4. Let that be as M. Then M is equal to, I know the formula to calculate the slope of the line when two coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2 are given. M is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. I'll use the same formula over here. So my M becomes 4 minus of minus 2, that is y2 minus y1 upon 1 minus 3, x2 minus x1. So this fetches me 4 plus 2 upon minus 2, that is equal to 6 upon minus 2 and that is equal to minus 3. So I'll get M is equal to minus 3. Now since this is the line, this is the slope of the line joining points A and B, and we are required to find the line which is parallel to this line joining these 2 points. And since the line is parallel to the line joining A and B, the slope of the line will also be same as M, will have the same slope. Hence, by using the intercept form of the line, slope intercept form, I know the equation is y equal to mx plus c. I am already provided the value of c as 3 units. So, and from above we had calculated the value of m as equal to minus 3. I'll substitute the both values in this equation. I'll get y is equal to minus 3 of x plus 3. Hence the equation of the line becomes 3x plus y is equal to 3. So this was the required equation of the line. Moving on to our next question. Find the equation of the line. Find the equation of the line through point minus 4 and minus 3 and parallel to x-axis. So we are required to find the equation of the line which passes through this point and is parallel to x-axis. Now friends, we had already seen in our earlier lectures that the slope of the line which is parallel to x-axis is always equal to 0. So the value of our slope, where I am considering m as the slope of the required line, the value of m becomes 0, where m is the slope of required line. Now our line passes through this point -4, -3. So I know that I have one more form to represent the line, and the form is point slope form, where I am provided with the value of slope m and the point through which the line passes. So I'll make use of the point slope form over here, and the point through which our line passes, let's say, is x1 y1. Then x1 y1 is equal to -4, -3 as provided in our question. Now I know the formula to find out the equation of the line when the slope of the line is provided and the line passes through coordinates x1 y1, and the equation is y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. I'll substitute the value of x1 y1 in the equation as well as the value of m. So I'll get y minus of -3 is equal to m value as 0 and x minus of 4. Now anything multiplied with 0 will fetch me 0, and over here minus and minus becomes plus. So y plus 3 is equal to 0. This is the required equation of the line which we were asked to find out. Moving on to our next question, a new question or an example. Find the equation of the line which acts as a perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining points A of 2, 3 and B of 6, -5. Now we are required to find the equation of the line which acts as a perpendicular bisector to the line segment joining points A and B. Now for that, I'll first calculate the slope of the line segment which joins these 2 points. So let m1 is equal to slope of the line segment, slope of the line segment through points A and B, and that would be equal to, I have the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 to calculate the slope of the line over here. So y2 minus y1, I'll get minus of 5 minus 3 upon 6 minus 2, which will give me -5 plus 3, it should be -5 minus 3 upon 6 minus 2 will give me 4. So that would be equal to -8 upon 4, and the value of the slope would become -2. So I'll get m1 is equal to -2. Now we are required to find the equation of the line which acts as a perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining A and B. Now since the slope of the line segment joining A and B is m1, I know that the required line, the slope of the required line which is perpendicular to the line segment AB will give me m2, where m2 is the slope of the required line, into m1, which is the slope of the line segment joining A and B, as -1. So over here we are taking m2 is equal to slope of our required line. Hence m2 is equal to minus of 2 is equal to -1, and m2 is equal to 1/2. So the slope of the required line, I got it as m2 is equal to 1/2. Now since the required line is a perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining 2 points A and B, it should pass through the midpoints of AB since it's a perpendicular bisector. Now let P be the midpoint of line segment AB. Then the coordinates of P, that is XY, would be equal to, by section formula I'll get coordinates of point P as 2 plus 6 by 2 and 3 minus 5 by 2. That is equal to 4 comma minus 1. So P of XY, I got it as 4 comma minus 1. Therefore, the equation of the required line which passes through this coordinate and having slope M2 is equal to 1 by 2 would be equal to y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. Over here y1 I'll have it as minus 1 and over here is m2. So its value is 1 by 2. X minus x1. x1's value is 4 over here. So I'll substitute the same over here. So I'll get y plus 1 is equal to half of x minus 4 or 1 by 2 of x minus 4. By cross multiplication on either side, I'll get 2y plus 2 is equal to x minus 4, and finally the equation of the line would be x minus 2y minus 6 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of the required line which we were asked to calculate. We shall do one more questions. The question goes here: find the equation of the line. Find the equation of the line through minus 4, minus 3 and minus 4, minus 3 and 3, 2. We are required to find the equation of the line which passes through these two points. So over here I'll make use of 2 point slope formulas, that is y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. I'll take over here x1 y1 and x2 y2 as minus 4 minus 3 and 3 and 2 respectively. I'll substitute the values of x1 y1 and x2 y2 in my equation. I'll get y minus of minus 3 is equal to 2 minus of minus 3 upon 3 minus of minus 4 into x of minus 4. So I'll get y plus 3 is equal to 5 by 7 of x plus 4. So that way I'll have 7y plus 21 is equal to 5x plus 20. So the required equation of the line becomes 5x minus 7y minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the required equation of the line.